using AI to make illegal child material, as some people would call it CSAM, and I am not making that up. This word has been getting around on TikTok. It has been going around on YouTube. People have been talking about it on Twitter, Instagram. You name the platform, people have been talking about it. And some stuff has surfaced which is not necessarily illegal, but it's people tiptoeing that fine line of like, you're clearly sick and you're ducking and dodging the laws, which I need to say this much before we get into this video. Any generation of any picture, whether it be AI, drawing, cartoon, or whatever may have you, that is a child depicted inside of graphic nature that is inappropriate, is illegal. It is illegal. So you got these communities of people who get together and they're like, well, it's just a drawing. It's illegal. And even if it's just a drawing, you can draw Goku. You can draw Vegeta. You can draw so many things. Why do you prefer to draw that? What is so wrong with you that you want to draw that? Where in your brain do the neurons like not transmit the information that that's sick? You're out of your mind. It's just, what's wrong with you? But you know what? I can't even tell you because you know what's wrong with you, because a lot of you guys like to hide. And if you're hiding for a reason because you know what you're doing is wrong. So you get these people who are now using AI to generate disgusting and awful things. And what I mean by that is this. Not making this up, by the way. There are people who are using AI to generate chubby boys God help me. God help me. Help us all. It's a locker room, and like they're like fat, right? And then the coach is like, that's what I'm talking about. Make yourself even fatter. You've put on 20 pounds this week, everybody. Take notes. We need to get ourselves chubbier and chubbier. Which, there's multiple videos coming from the same account doing this, okay? Now, you would think this is like some stupid, like, just stupidity, right? Or like, I don't know, maybe this is comedic to somebody. It's just so, like, horrifying because this same account got exposed for reposting pictures, real pictures of non-AI generated fat boys. Okay. So clearly something's going on here. That's one, and these comments are gnarly. They're just like, wow. Just the brazenness of people just able to comment, like drooling emojis and hard out. Nah. And then on top of that, shout out to my boy Tuv, second channel called Tuvington. I'm going to leave everything I go over in the description below. On his second channel, he was showing that people are using AI to generate inappropriate children commercials. Now, some of these are jokes, right? It'd be like, oh, look, it's the Epstein Island playset, handcuffs sold separately. Ha. Okay, hardy har. But then some of these are just like, what is wrong with you? What is wrong? What, like some of these, I'm not making this up. It was kids playing with toy roses with milk shooting action. What the fuck? I don't even know what to tell you at this point. And I have went over AI in the past because as of last year, I made a video about it where I was talking about people using AI minions. Many other people did. I dressed as a minion as well for the occasion. I tried to turn it into something, you know, away from the horrific stuff. I was jumping around, you know, being schizophrenic as per usual. I'm still in my schizo era, schizo walk. But I was dressed as a minion, you know, memeing about it just to take away from the horrible stuff. Because people were taking gore videos like Ronnie McNutt, Funky Town Gore. People were taking things like El Patron, Ghost Rider. Any single gore video you could name, people were turning it into minions. And when these minions would get struck or a horrible thing would happen, it would turn into this mishmash conglomerate of minions, but people could still kind of tell what kind of video it was because, again, these are very infamous gore videos, right? And then people also made Christmas editions, that is true, where they were like wearing Christmas hats or was little elves or yeah, whatever may have you. I made a video about that last year. The minion empire has now expanded into Ronnie McNutt territory. And I see a minion just sitting down. He's just minding his own business and clap, clap, clap. The minion falls over and starts convulsing. I'm like, whoa. I go into the comments section and I see people like, yeah, I seen the real one, you know? And I'm like, whoa, what are you talking about? And you get that link, please. Right under it, I'm like, okay, whoa. This is Minions! Something as stupid like that from last year has now taken a huge step in progression, that being the whole entire Jake Paul situation, as people would call it, because people are taking Jake Paul, right, using AI to make himself gay, where he's sitting there and he's putting makeup on his face, or he's just in a dress proclaiming that he's gay.
Doing something different today, trying some makeup, a little bit of foundation, touch of blush, going in with some pink on the eyes and the lips. Honestly, it feels good. I wanted to tell you something. I'm gay, and I'm throwing on this dress because it makes me feel amazing.
And it got so big that Jake Paul himself actually made a response to it.
I've had it with the AI stuff. It's affecting my relationships, businesses. People are hitting me up saying, yo, did you say this? What did you do this for? This was you. I can't believe you did this. It's really affecting things. And honestly, it's like people need to get a life. So it's kind of pissing me off. I'm going to be suing everybody that is continuing to spread these false narratives of me doing shit that I would literally never, ever do. So be ready for lawsuits.
Here's the thing about that Jake Paul response. The whole entire Jake Paul being gay stuff is the lesser known videos, because there are videos that have gotten 20 to 30 times the views because he was wearing a Burger King hat, and we know what the Burger King hat is synonymous with. So essentially, he's going around saying these words: gain, as in to obtain, gain, eager, like being very eager. Now what happens when you say the words gain and then you say the word eager together? You say it really fast and you get some kind of slurs, right? Not only that, he says my neck hurts, and he's screaming it.
Neck hurts, 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 neck hurts.
Bro, what's going on? You need help?
Neck hurts, neck hurts, neck hurts, neck hurts.
Man, you all right?
Neck hurts, neck hurts, neck hurts, neck hurts.
Somebody call somebody?
There's another one where he says I hate dinners, because if you say it very fast, it's him just absolutely slur maxing, and it's all based off that stupid plane video. You know what I'm talking about? The guy, and he's wearing the Burger King hat, and he's like, may I have a glass of water, please? May I have a glass of water, please? That's totally what happened in that airplane. It's totally not a guy slur maxing, but that's what that is.
May I please have the water?
Sir, please you need to stop. There are children.
Please?
People weaponizing AI to make others look bad is not rare at all, especially nowadays when people are doing what is known as Incredi-gassing people. If you don't know what it means to get Incredi-gassied, well, it's everything I'm about to say is 100% true. I am not making this up. Please believe me. This is not false. This is true. I have seen it firsthand multiple times over plenty years. Okay, now this is going to sound ridiculous, but this is true. Okay, me and you are having a discussion. It turns into an argument. You start to piss me off. I'll say, conversation over, Incredi-gassy him. What it means to get Incredi-gassy was back in 2023, 2022, somebody took Mr. Incredible, turned him green. At least this is when I first saw it. And it was an animation of Mr. Incredible, and he's green and he's farting. And he's like, do you love me? Da 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 da. Do you need me? And if you answer correctly, he farts. And if you answer incorrectly, he farts. Like, he just farts regardless, but at least when you answer correctly that you need him and love him, he'll fart with glee and not disappointment. And what happens is that it was just a drawing, like a soy jack, Wojak thing. And somebody turned it into a 3D animation of his belly, and it's like mega rotundo, like a very big fat belly, and he's like farting everywhere, and his junk in the front is just hanging out, and he's bouncing on it, you know, like, I'm like, what is this? But he's just farting, and he's like got his tongue, and he's higgow, and I'm like, what am I looking at? And here's what happens. People will use AI to take a full body picture of you. Yes, you, the viewer, or anybody they're arguing with. They like to do with the online creators. So I'm probably on the Incredi-gassy list. And what they'll do, they'll AI your body to replace the incredible body. So you'll be the one farting up a storm with a big belly with your tongue hanging out and your eyes looking like out, and you'll be bouncing on a big... It's like, y'all is sick! Who comes up with this shit? Who the fuck came up with the Incredi. And why is it a love story? And why are people AI generating bodies? I don't. Guys, this is horrible. This is horrible. Stay safe out there. Look over your shoulders. Look both ways when you're crossing the road. And be very careful. Don't ever find yourself in a situation where you might get Incredi. All I know is as of right now that I brought it up, I'm probably on the Incredi hit list. And, you know, people don't last too long on there, so I'll let y'all know. Now, people would use this exact same AI to make chubby people or make anybody very, very fat. I've seen them use it on celebrities to make them fat. And one thing I have seen, I don't know if you've seen this, was they're making people incredibly fat and they're like mud wrestling. I don't know if you've seen these videos and like their limbs are contorting because obviously it's AI. So it's like a whole bunch of fat people like flying in the air and then they're like mud wrestling. And I saw this one video where it was military soldiers. I saw this. Not making this up. I don't know if you guys seen this. I saw this on Instagram a couple of weeks ago. Bunch of people lined up against the wall. Fat military soldiers. And he's like, have you been stuffing your face? Sir, yes, sir. Did you eat 2 helpings of ham? Sir, yes, sir. Does your belly feel like it's gonna pop? Sir, yes, sir. I'm so stuffed. And it's like, what the actual living fuck am I watching? This is what was on my Instagram. Mind you, and I've said this before and I have no shame in it. My Instagram is full of UFC knockouts and Latina feet. Guys, this is a problem, okay? Got a lot of Dragon Ball highlights too. I sometimes post that on my story, Dragon Ball edits. But here's the point, people. Where's this even coming from? Because that's how popular it has gotten with these weird chubbitizations, I guess if you want to use that word. It's a new word, the chubbitization of society. Okay, now here's the thing. I was informed on stream by a subscriber known as some rando who likes to come into my streams and bicker at me and talk trash. You know, sometimes this guy's supportive, sometimes not so much. But he told me about a YouTuber who goes by the name of Dollface. Massive shout out to her, okay? Phenomenal video. She did a great video on this. And here's the thing. That's how I found out about this section of my video with the fat kids. Okay, everything else I knew. This is how I found out because she made a video on it.
So the videos that I will show you are the ones where they have clothes on. However, the comments I'll still show you from all the other videos. But all you need to know is this account features AI-generated footage of topless, fat, chubby children that are boys. Okay? Okay.
Right, lads, let's have a look at these bellies. Proper commitment, that is.
Yeah, coach.
Oh, splendid. This is what we like to see.
Because why are you commenting love hearts, heart eyes, red hearts on videos of shirtless children? This is the most disgusting thing I have seen in quite a long time. Almost every video that this account has reposted is of young, fat, chubby kids that are not AI generated. These are real kids. This is real, and it's going on the surface web.
After seeing her video, which I'll leave in the description down below, but after her call out, this profile privated everything. Everything completely private. From posts, to likes, to shares, to reposts, to everything. Everything got privated, okay? So her video definitely did make the rounds. Big shout out to her. Again, her video will be in the description. I'm only going to show a couple of clips because I do want you to go out and show her channel love and to show that video love. Okay, so with that being said, guys, I can't necessarily prove this part of my video, but this is off the rip. I'm pretty sure he talked about it, and I'm talking about Gibby from iCarly. I know, it coming out of left field, but listen. Let me get your attention for a little bit. Mira. So what happened was, I can't prove this, but I'm pretty sure there has to be a YouTuber who made a video about this. What happened was, this is true. There's a show called iCarly back in the day. You know, Miranda Cosgrove, you get, what's her name? The main character's name? Carly. The main character's name is fucking Carly. Sorry about that. His name is Sam, and the guy behind the camera's name is Fred. They have like an online show, and they whatever. They just do stupid stuff on camera. There's a character named Gibby. He's a side character. Now, Gibby was rather chubby, and he would take off his shirt and do like a truffle shuffle or whatever. And there were these people who made a website dedicated to Gibby's roles. Not making this up. I'm not sure if it was a website or a forum. This happened. I can't remember where I heard it from. I'm not sure if the actual actor behind Gibby, he talked about it in a podcast, or something. This actually did happen. Okay, this happened. They were like taking screenshots and clips and gifs, and anytime that shirt came off, there was a new post to make, and they're putting it on a website. Just, oh my god. So the idea of like chubby kids and teenagers, that's just, dude, it's not something that's necessarily new. I guess we could put it that way. And people are using it and putting it in AI to just be absolutely disgusting. Now, what prompted me to make this video was I was on Instagram and I saw a young woman talking about how people were using AI to create illegal child material. Now, the validity behind this, I do not know. At what extent this travels, I do not know either. But what I can tell you is, according to Dollface's video, which will be in the description down below, she has shown and proven, fact is, people are generating bad kids. And here's the thing. If this is for their sick desires or their sick fantasies, that's not up for debate. This is not an open mic discussion. This is fact. Okay, because she showed that this same exact account was posting real pictures of overweight kids. And people in the comment sections were doing what? Putting hard eye emojis, drooling emojis, and one person was even asking for a telegram. Which, if you don't know what a telegram is, let me tell you something. That is the hellhole of earth. It's like this thing where I guess everything's encrypted, so you really can't get traced, and you gotta like know somebody to get a code to get into a group. So right there, yeah. Every single time I've ever seen the sting operation on YouTube, 99 times out of 10, that person always has a telegram. Almost always has a telegram. Okay? That is where hell lives. It's on Telegram. So the fact that that person was under there asking for Telegram, that tells you all you need to know right off the jump. Now, here's the thing. Moving on from that, right around this time, I started initially finding out about this and the use of AI in this degree. My boy Tuv, he made a video on his second channel going over something very similar, where people were using AI to create inappropriate children's commercials. Now, here's the thing. People are using it as a joke. You know, the Epstein playset and haha, you got a little Epstein, blah, 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 this, that, and the third. But there were some people who took it to a very, very far extent and were just downright inappropriate. Like, what is that? Where they were playing with toy roses. Oh. And it's like, dude, what is your problem? People were pissed off, rightfully so. All over TikTok, people were pissed, and Tuv went over that. Leave that down in the description below.
Talk about disturbing AI toy ads. What are you talking? What is that? There's ads of AI kids with Rose toy vibes? What?
It's Diddy's Mansion, the wildest pad on the block. With a pop-out pool, a rolling ride, and Diddy on the mic, the party never stops. Except it does. Diddy's Mansion has been voluntarily recalled. Small parts and an overheat.
What the frick? Oh, they did. Someone did it. Nah, they got taken down then. They got taken down because that's the exact URL. What the okay, there's more that you guys just sent another one.
Get ready to jet to fun with Secret Island. Fly in your own private plane, then unlock the hidden massage room. Whoa, secret room! Kick back with two chill old dudes and just...
Obviously, this one is just, again, trying to be funny. The other one was crazy. The other one was actually advertising. I don't think this was actually advertising anything. I think this is just, haha, trying to be funny.
And when you see all the stuff like this presented by Dollface, presented by Tub, presented by me, and the stuff that I went over throughout the entire video, it can only make you lean towards more of the idea that there is illegal and very, very sinister and disgusting things that are happening when people are using AI. Okay? And now here's one more thing I gotta go before I wrap up this video. Man, it's this argument that has been going on for decades and decades. Yeah, been going on for a long time. I guess I would say ever since the internet was even started, was the idea, and Tuv went over this, that people are saying, and it's become even more relevant now, unfortunately, that there are idiots online who are making this faceless, anonymous argument. Which, again, if you got to make an argument facelessly and anonymously, and you got to make an argument from the shadows, clearly the argument you're making isn't exactly the best argument. This is what people are saying, and you've heard this argument before probably, that it is okay, according to these individuals, because the people aren't real? That's not how that works, okay? Because when you're encouraging and enabling creeps, Okay? You're drilling into their heads a pattern behavior. Okay? These people are sick for doing it. You're sick for encouraging it. And y'all both can take y'all punk asses down to hell and burn. That's what y'all can do. And right now, I'm singing to the choir. But let me tell you what. When you're feeding a hungry lion, it's only going to make it stronger. Okay? And you think they're going to just settle for that? Let me tell you what. If that was the case, if that argument you're making was so true, how come literally 100% of stings that you've seen online, 100% of stings you've seen online, majority of the ones you've seen on To Catch a Predator, how come they've always had illegal stuff on their electronics? If just pictures to your little fucking brain would just suffice. The fuck out of here, y'all. It's just, you're horrible. You're horrible. Okay, if you make that argument, you're horrible. Again, I don't have to say much because, again, this is just common sense. But you know what? I don't know why it's still called common sense. This is seldom sense, okay? Because rarely do people actually think with their brains. And, well, welcome to the club. Good Lord. Good Lord. Anyway, that's the end of the video. I'm going to catch y'all later. Like, favorite, share, most, comment, and subscribe. I'm your boy, ColdRaven. Peace.